Deepest wish. Your arm is not an easy one. I would even go so far to say that the path you've chosen is the most difficult one, and I am ever so proud of you. So in order to keep your head clear in the midst of all this chaos, I would like to share some tips with you. First, cleaning your mind and getting to know yourself. The mind has become capable of reflecting the self after it has been purified. We are all aware that mirrors in our houses must be cleaned on a regular basis. But have you ever considered how beautiful it is to keep your mental mirrors clean? What do you see when you glance in a dusty mirror? You can hardly see the reflection, if at all. Dust is getting in the way. It distorts the image. When you can't see yourself properly in the mirror, it is difficult to figure out who you truly are. Your mirror is obscured by filth from others and from inside yourself, which is concealing who you really are deep down inside. Is always the same. Purge your mind of any negativity. Regular meditation and prayer, particularly on the self, may help us.
Oops. Yeah, I don't know what's going crazy. Everything's going crazy. But
World around us seems to be so genuine. However, we are sick.
there we go. Back into it. Sorry, guys. I had to go find my happy ass new toothbrushes. Oh, I was already so broke. Probably shouldn't have, but I need to. I was having a massive stroke earlier. Because my patients were not looking.
Good morning, Lights. My deepest wish for you is that you find calmness in your heart and serenity in your soul. For this journey you're on is not an easy one. I would even go so far to say that the path you've chosen is the most difficult one, and I am ever so proud of you. So, in order to keep your head clear in the midst of all this chaos,
What?
I would like to share some tips with you. First, cleaning your mind and getting to know yourself. The mind has become capable of reflecting the self after it has been purified. We are all aware that mirrors in our houses must be cleaned on a regular basis. But have you ever considered how critical it is to keep your mental mirrors clean? What do you see when you glance in a dusty mirror? You can hardly see the reflection, if at all. Dust is getting in the way. It distorts the image. When you can't see yourself properly in the mirror, it is difficult to figure out who you truly are. Your mirror is obscured, and from inside yourself, which is concealing who you really are deep down inside of yourself. The same may be said of your thoughts. Your mind must be clean and clear in order to see your genuine self reflected back at you, so that no one else's beliefs or notions about who you should be may get in the way of creating a good self-concept about who you truly are. What are the stages to clearing one's mind? There are a variety of methods to begin your spiritual path, but the first is always the same. Purge your mind of any negativity. Regular meditation and prayer, particularly on the self, may help us with this. You may remove any bad energy that has been held inside of you by concentrating on the idea that you are unconditionally in love with yourself and that you are so, so lovable. Meditation is a wonderful technique for self-reflection since it helps you to view things from a different perspective, develop good karma, and enhance your spirituality. Recognize that there is nothing except the self to cleanse the mind. The second and most crucial step is to recognize that there is just the self. This may seem straightforward, but it is rather tough to grasp. Our thoughts tell us that we are different from other people and animals because the world around us seems to be so genuine. However, we are simply seeing life through a narrow filter that we have fashioned ourselves. You already know what I'm talking about. If you've been able to view the world without this filter and witness yourself observing this world. The third stage is to acknowledge that the self is the only thing that exists. It's critical at this point in your journey to meditate every day until you can no longer deny that everything in existence stems from one singularity. It will become evident to you as well if you dwell on this topic with an open mind. When you realize that there is nothing but the self, that our lives are merely representations of an underlying awareness that has been since the beginning of time and will continue long after we die, and new insight develops. This insight may be quite difficult. To attain inner peace with that actually counts in life. Love, compassion for others, charitable action, and enlightenment via daily meditation. Yes, you must let go of everything. Finally, after you've completed all of the previous stages and cleared your mind of all distractions, you'll realize there is nothing left except the self. Clear your thoughts so that you can realize that you are the only one who exists. There are no words that can adequately explain the self The self exists outside of deception, cognition, and speech. I think the simplest approach is to express, is to provide an example or an illustration what it can accomplish for the person who experiences it. Because you understand, you are fully free of the restrictions of time and space. Knowing the self will provide you with endless delight, joy, and calm. You recognize that your fundamental essence as consciousness, awareness, or spirit has no bounds. You are aware that you are immune to sickness, old age, and death. The more blissful your mind and body are, the more powerful your existence and experience of the self will be. Bliss is a state of being in which the mind is so quiet and peaceful within that it senses absolute inner quietness. You'll experience no pain or discomfort anywhere in your body during these happy times, indicating that your mind is capable of higher realms of consciousness beyond bodily awareness. Fear, as well as any unpleasant ideas and emotions like wrath, desire, greed, or envy, which may cause a lot of tension and concern in your life, will be protected by bliss. Being able to transcend the turbulence created by these unpleasant thoughts and emotions leads to a profound sense of inner contentment. Because a joyful mind is free of any negative inclinations, it is naturally receptive to good characteristics like love, compassion, generosity, serenity, and joy. You exist in the everlasting now at all times. The only instant that exists is the everlasting present. It is the portal to eternity, the realm of timelessness that encompasses all of time. Heaven and earth are linked by the everlasting present. It opens up to the fifth dimension. I first watched the Golden Age when I was approximately 13 years old and going through a very difficult moment in my life. I was resting one night when I noticed a startling enlargement in my awareness. It seemed as though my awareness had really stretched out and out beyond conventional bounds, which I instantly recognized as mental restrictions. I initially observed the Golden Age soon after I had entered higher planes of awareness. The cosmos itself appeared to me in an amazing, fascinating manner. There were little lights streaming all around, and when my thoughts focused on each one, a flurry of color and light would burst out. A sense of wonder washed over me as I continued my look over this magnificent landscape. There was a brief period where everything appeared to halt for just a second or two, and then it started all over again. There was nothing but just beauty, but also an overpowering feeling of tranquility and peace at this time. Everything appeared to be kept together by an energy break fluid until it allowed itself to open to chance in our lives. There's something so amazing about seeing the earth changed into the golden age with your own eyes that words can't even begin to describe it. As always, my dear friends, we love you deeply and wish for you to have the most abundant and joyous life possible. Have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day.
Angelic guides, how to tune to the solution of your problems. Today we would like to focus upon what is often considered to be a difficult task, Yet it is absolutely necessary if you want your life to change for the better. We want to briefly discuss the topic of learning how to ignore or disregard the things going wrong in your life so that you may make room for the things you do want to create. You see, what we are speaking about is the strong attention that is oftentimes given to the biggest perceived problems in your life. Many are taught that if you simply choose to ignore the problem, it will only get bigger. After all, if you don't fix it, who will? And so we very much want to address this concern because it plagues even the most enlightened of you. The events and circumstances around you that are backfiring or seemingly imploding from the inside out are there for your benefit, not your demise. We know this is hard to understand when you are in the thick of it, trying your very best to see your way out of the maze which has entrapped you. But that is just what any problem really is. It is a maze that can only entrap you if you continue to play the game. By this we mean giving the problem your undivided attention. Oftentimes we are asked, well, how can the problem solve itself if I do not intend to fix it? To this we reply, it certainly cannot be solved by giving it your undivided attention. The reason is very simple. What you focus on will always expand. You cannot experience what you do not resonate with. And what we mean by this is, if you become engrossed or fixated on the problem, then you only resonate with vibrations that are in harmony with the problem. However, if you choose to redirect your thoughts and focus your attention upon something that is more enjoyable to you, something that feels more peaceful to you, then you have quite literally changed the channel. You then will only resonate with your new vibration of harmony, joy or bliss. Why is this important and absolutely necessary? Because by changing the channel, you are able to tune to the solution to the problem you are experiencing. If you have a problem, then you can rest assured there is also a solution to that problem. Your task is to find a way to tune to the resonance of the solution rather than the problem. By acknowledging that this problem you are facing does indeed have an equal solution, you begin to summon the solution to you. Anticipate its arrival, but do not try to logically solve it with your mind. Just simply allow it to flow to you so that when you receive the sudden spark of clarity, you will be receptive and aware of its presence. We would suggest finding many forms of distractions, especially when this practice is new to you. Music is a wonderful distraction and oftentimes pulls you into a completely different frame of mind. For some, exercising or walking in nature soothes their soul. For others, they prefer to meditate or read a good book or surround themselves with amusing people. Whatever your recipe is for concocting a completely new vibration makes no difference. You see, ironically, the only way for the so-called fire to put itself out is to starve it, to suffocate it. And so it is with any and all of your problems. You must starve them by giving your attention so completely to its opposite that they can no longer survive. One of the most beautiful things in your world is that your focus will fuel or suffocate anything you give your attention to. The more attention you give to any situation, whether you perceive it to be in the past, present or future, does not matter. Yet one thing is for sure, if it is your focus, it will become your present very quickly. The stronger the focus, the faster the manifestation, and this is why we say, brush off the problems that seemingly arise around you, as they cannot remain for long if you do not give them your attention. Uplift your thoughts, uplift your focus, uplift your life one thought at a time. We hope that we have been of service to you and that you have found this message to be helpful to you in some way. In love and light, angelic guides. For counsel, the approach of major change. For several months, you have collectively been feeling the approach of major change. We confirmed this for you. We confirmed it through many channels. Your most frequently voiced response has been "bring it on." You always interpret things according to your most dearly held desires. But a new world contains far more than that. Now it is, of course, a wonderful thing to have built a mental picture of the world you desire to live in. We highly recommend it. But one must also be able to see that there is a road to be travelled between where you are and that new world. And roads invariably have bumps and potholes. There will be shadowy things hiding in wait, and things that go boom, and washed out bridges. You said "bring it on," and you have brought it on. Or, more accurately, as co-creators you have each contributed to bringing it on. So we tell you this now. This that you are experiencing is the continuing intensification of the wave of change that you so desire. It is something for you to welcome and to guide, not something to reject and hide from. You cannot now, nor could you ever have, stopped the changes that you have spent millennia building from occurring, at least not for the planet. But you can draw them out, and you can experience them as either blessings or curses. You are fully capable of understanding those principles now. They may be seemingly new to some of you, but in truth they are not. These, being truth, are what has been known as gnosis, or knowing, and there is nothing new about them. Truth is, has been, and always will be, and it is in the process of manifesting on your world, some would say, at long last. It will continue unabated, but you may experience it, will experience it, in direct proportion to your ability to accept it. Some will indeed not accept it, and their new world will differ in significant ways. They will have more and greater wake-up calls. Can you bring to your inner eye the image of the shaman facing the rising sun with open arms, welcoming the rise of the new dawn? We highly recommend that you make your life be a reflection of that image. Thank you. Thank you. Heaven letters. Beloved, absolutely, swing on a star. Beloved, beloved you, child of earth, you are truly a symphony of beauty as I made you. Now you play yourself on the keys of a beautifully polished grand piano. You may tend to play urgently, as if life itself could be endangered. This is more than one way of looking at life. There are many ways to look at life, not all of which do you a whole lot of good. You may look at life as though you live in a jungle in pitch dark, surrounded by wild animals waiting to get their chops on you. You know what fear is. You are well versed in fear, expert in fact. It may be your own roaring you hear for all you know. Give yourself a vacation from fear. All is well except for the fear you hold tightly to you and replay and replay. There are also cool waters for you to swim in. There are many streams and lakes you can laze in. There is also, God, nearby the shore. Life is made up of many things. Life is faster than you let on. Life is indeed a many splendid thing. Behold life in this way. What if life is actually on an even keel despite all your fears? Perhaps you produce dangers before you. This could happen, couldn't it? There are many possible dangers in the middle of a forest that could take place. Why keep thinking of them? Better to slow down the beat of your heart. Become life's friend. What if dangers are like a deck of cards stacked up, and each card slides down one after the other in perfect synchronicity, and yet your sense of tension keeps building? Tension wins and rewinds itself. You have been proficient in tension and unpracticed in ease. Let the wind out of your sails. Lean back. Let tension be sprung. At ease are words customarily said to soldiers. Don't see yourself as a soldier fought on a battlefield. See yourself as someone who relishes life. Home again, jiggity jig. You are not a balloon to pop. Be intense in joy and nothing less. All aboard to joy. Life isn't intended to be a lifetime of fret, nor is life to be an indulgence. Find a way to let off steam beforehand. Make your life simple. Whistle as you work. Start doing cartwheels. Life isn't mandated to be a crisis.
Don't think
Laugh.
I'll be doing the
Do not
cartwheels
pound the
right
pavement.
soon.
Be as light as air. Be in life as a bride in a white sparkly gown, walking down a circular staircase, serenely arm in arm with her new husband to a round of applause from loved ones. Applaud yourself. Go from tense to elegant, why not? Exercise at the gym and get unholy tension out of you, or start singing for all
That's
you are
what I'm
worth.
trying to do.
Rest in me. Do everything for me. Ballroom dance, even in your imagination. Shake a leg. No longer build tension. No longer argue with yourself over what could happen. Release tension in service to me. Be done with nerves on edge. What do you want to keep nervousness for? Bring on peace and no longer consternation. Crisis isn't to be your forte in life. Start over. Set your compass in a new direction. The purpose of life isn't to make you upset. Where did you ever get that idea? Be effortless. Be young again. You know enough. Live life. Don't live life hard with speculation. Frolic in life like a playful goat. Look, listen, beloved, absolutely swing on a star.
Whoa, that was almost the wrong fucking way.
Dear ones, it is Mother Earth, Mother Mary, El Moria, and the Arcturian High Council here, streaming through the energies of Mayflowers, May color codes of rebirth and renewal, and the golden crystalline frequencies of planetary cleansing and rising. May 2022 is here and you are receiving more of your light code activations that you knew at soul level you would at this time. You are nearing the tipping point of this expansionary year in 2022, where duality is expressing itself most acutely, to the point of being more obvious and self-evident to those with awakening soul vision. Many may sleep, but that is not without effort on their part. Do you recall when we shared in many previous transmissions how the time for sleeping was over, how the time for shutting out and shutting down your own lived expression of your living sacred light and pulling up the covers to mute out that which threatened your status quo in the separation experience and experiment was over? Now, it is becoming increasingly evident the work required on the part of those unwilling to rise and to take their place in the Great Awakening. And it will only be ever more expansively so. Being awake, alive, and aware is your natural state. And May 2022 will usher in more of the necessary energies empowered to bring great balance, awakeness, revelations, and freedom to your world. June 2022 will burst through a tipping point and spring forth more of the light side of truth's full expression. After the first half of the year exposed more of truth's repression, you are learning more about integrating duality, dear ones. And that integration is vital to your own personal ascension and that of the entire collective. So let us take a deep divine breath in and summon in all of the gifts and blessings that one single conscious breath can create. In your present experience, every single conscious breath is a portal into knowing Source again as a divine sacred co-creation with the prana of the universe and the grace of all that is. With so many hungry for change,
Yeah,
it
nice.
is a wonder they are not
I cannot
hungry
do
for
this
conscious
already.
breathing,
Freaking
for in the
out.
nutrients and life force of conscious breathing, therein lies your soul sustenance to rise higher in your soul gifts, soul alignment, and soul's awakening and activation in this lifetime. Let's breathe. One more conscious breath in, as an amen and affirmation of your living life force and of your perfect and rightful place as an incarnated soul here at the tipping point of the Earth's and humanity's ascension. Let it flow to all of the places inside that feel invigorated in the journey right now, and also to all of the places that feel weary and even doubtful of the light's epic return in the ways we so often describe it. Again, remember, you are integrating duality at levels you cannot truly imagine, and yet the light codes of New Earth require it. And so, integration of your inner polarities is also critical to your accessing otherworldly oxygen, life force, faith, fortitude, and freedom. You can be faith-filled and fearful in your own tipping points in your daily lives now. You can be empowered and sovereign, and self-doubting and limited or trapped in some ways, in a single moment. Now more than ever before, what were once deep chasms of polarities can be zippered or woven together in a single conscious breath, where both have a place at your ascension table within you, to simply be what they are, without judgment. As the great weaving within you takes place to unify all of it, are you beginning to see the life support that one conscious breath offers to you? Truly we say to you, conscious breathing is first preparation for these times. When in doubt, breathe. When in sovereignty and joy, breathe. When in fear, breathe. When in faith, breathe. Conscious breathing weaves your separated worlds together into one breath, one moment, one now, and one epic transcendence, or transcendence. May 2022 is a tipping point. June 2022 is a tipping point. Your 5th and 6 months of this year will be some of the greatest tide turners there ever was. You are learning that change of this grand nature on your world. Today is a series of epic shifts which can be quite subtle and also quite visible and known to all. Change of this grand nature is happening on every level of planetary consciousness, which some detect more than others. As the tides of change reach their tipping point, more and more will experience activations and revelations that require awakening, aliveness, and awareness in ways they simply couldn't see before. This tipping point is already here. The crescendo frequencies are already here. The breadth and scope of ascension energies and requirements are already here. And this is summoning more and more of you to rise and allow an emerging holistic awareness and holistic awakening, which does not mean awakeness and awareness in only some aspects of your lives, but awakeness and awareness in all aspects of your lives. Part of this tipping point involves your awareness of divine wealth, and thus harmonic wealth. In the crumbling of the old 3D paradigms, 3D constructs, and 3D systems of wealth, new divine templates, foundations, and living expressions of God's wealth will become your new structures and systems of divine abundance. We have spoken about God's bigger picture vision that is grander and far more all-time focused, that has the power to reset, reorient, retemplate, and recreate how you know yourselves as your rightful selves, rather than how you know your false or illusionary identities in this lifetime or many past lifetimes. There is energy sweeping your world that only some with emerging refined spiritual vision can see, but that many more will experience to know it again. Truth of this epic harmonic wealth energy and this grand scale liberation is finding and reaching many of you, and soon it will reach all of you. For all systems of wealth, trade, systems of exchange, and specific economies will also merge and integrate into one greater and more cohesive whole. Holistic wealth is simply that, wealth in every aspect of your lives. Holistic health is simply that, health in all aspects of your being and within the greater collective consciousness. Holistic well-being is simply that, well-being in every area and aspect of your being and your planetary experiences. Does this seem to be too grand a picture? Too good to be true? Too good to be you? Well, it is coming to all of you through these ascension frequencies, tidal waves of epic revelations and change, and summonings to divine breathing to allow and cohesively weave even the greatest polarities within you, the human collective, and the world's economies and systems into one. God Source Creator is an epic conductor and creator of oneness. The unified field awaits your grand return, each and every one of you. And May and June 2022 will seed in all of you the awareness of just how much duality is polarized on your world, and how much polarity is being summoned back into one great whole and one divine union. Is this ascension a vast divinely led orchestration being conducted and implemented through the brilliance and omniscience of Source? Yes. Will it seem impossible to the feeble ego mind and all of its 3D limitations? Yes. Is anything impossible for Source Creator to manifest throughout all time and space? No. Source is creation. Source is the essence of infinite creation, knowing, engineering, gardening, and more. Your work now is to allow this divine orchestration, knowing that you are being moved and ascended to where and whom you are truly meant to be. Those who learn to move, be, breathe, and allow, in alignment with those divine and sacred orchestrations, will have an easier time than those who clamp down with their ego minds and fight the inevitable changes that are occurring. But all will be led to one timeline, the source timeline, the timeline of harmonic wealth, health, well-being, and oneness consciousness. You are being returned, dear ones, to the unified field, to live in accordance with the laws of one, which are cosmic laws, universal laws, and reflections of God's laws of love and living like in form. Thus harmonic awareness and harmonic awakening dovetails perfectly into your growing understandings of harmonic wealth and harmonic well-being. We know this may sound far-fetched, until it is true. Until it is true for you and everyone else on planet Earth. These are your ultimate destinations. The journey is to become adept in powerful integrations of all polarities in you. Fighting integration only creates more challenges and discomforts in the journey. Allowing integration smooths out those wrinkles, or avoids them altogether, and facilitates next level living of your very own perfect life codes. All the sooner, and with greater ease. What do you do when you are stressed, pressured, tense, and in fear? Contract your breathing. Hold your breath. Tighten your grip. On what? On things you cannot control. On things you cannot understand or understand. At this stage of the game, at this stage of the plot, twists and turns in the collective's ascension process, and your own unique personal ascension process. Holding your breath is the ego's way of attempting to stop time, attempting to stop creation, to bring the pain and challenges to a standstill. By ceasing to breathe, even for a few moments, or a few seconds, the ego knows that breath is creation. It may not understand or understand how that actually works, because divine and sacred creation is far beyond the ego's capacity to comprehend its organic and expansive nature. But it does know how this matrix works, and it knows that the breath is something, and when things are out of control, if it can stop your breathing or shake up your breathing, it may just buy some time to mastermind from the left brain's vantage point a solution to that which is triggering it, or in this case, to that which is triggering you. The ego is wiser and smarter than you think, for it is able to access your emotions and your fears, and its studies of human behavior through time, to play the games of cosmic chess that you have been playing incarnation after incarnation. You might say that your ego is a powerful chess player in your life, and the game board is you. This is living chess. The serpent knows this too, and God, source creator, knows this too. So everyone but your activated and supreme divine conscious awareness may know this. And that is why the Great Awakening must unfold in this way, so as to wake an entire collective of sleeping giants, sleeping supreme divine beings, and bring them back into the fold of the God heart. God, Source,
Whoa.
Creator, Christ, Consciousness, and the unified field of one. What is going to help many people's uninitiated and presently unintegrated consciousnesses find their way to seamless and harmonic union? Conscious breathing. Conscious breathing settles down your human fears for moments of time. That allows your timeless self, your higher self, your otherworldly divine self to feel the grace in the 3D crumblings and floods of revelations that are necessary to wake people up from the illusions they have not only been inhabiting, but also actively creating. Conscious breathing is vital to activating your soul's clearest vision and empowered higher dimensional sovereignty, gifts, and talents. So will there be more attacks on the breath? There might be. The serpent knows how to go low when God is leading high. Hence, the serpents and servants attempts to limit your breathing through the chess games of the past couple of years now. When the breath is free, so shall you be free. Some people live the freedom of empowered sacred breath now. Some see free, clear, sovereign, and conscious breathing as a threat to themselves, others, and the world. When seen through deeper, soulful, and even biblical lenses that allow for bigger picture vision of these times, can you see why the attack on the breath was so vital to the serpent's strategies in this epic spiritual battle and chess game for the prize of the soul of humanity in these times? Things are not always what they seem, and deeper soul vision paired with conscious breathing are what assists you to transcend the duality game, the chess game, the serpent's game, that uses you as pawns. In contrast, Source is inviting humanity and all sentient life to breathe deep, breathe consciously, breathe wisely. Source invites you to know yourself through the breath. Source is inviting you to integrate yourself through the breathing. When fear invites you low, into lower vibrational states, the wiser and infinite intelligence in you deep down knows to breathe high, to breathe light, to breathe life, and to breathe source energy in the living prana to help you to integrate the serpent's polarity games into union inside you. You are being summoned to know integration more than separation in these breaths now. You are being summoned to know courage, fortitude, and faith more than fear now. In all of your polarities, personally and collectively, you are not going to eradicate the uncomfortable contrasts from your most desired states of being. What you are learning is how to not feed the vibrations that are not meant for you. And you are learning how to feed and nourish the ones that you always were divinely designed to be. You, dear ones, are the two wolves from the legend of the two wolves. And you are the 0-point portal in between those two perfect guideposts of your time. The light wolf and the dark wolf in that story from many transmissions ago are not the answer. They are the pillars of the path that you must choose now, that you must breathe into form, that you must know intimately well. You are not the duality. You are the integration. You are the allness of it, and the conductor of it, just like Source. May 2022 flowers more of the 3D worlds. Antics of separation into the collective's consciousness. While you may not find much to celebrate, in that awareness of energies that are presently unfolding, you can know that you are the elixir. You are the antidote to the antics and expressions of separation consciousness. You are the instrument that Source designed for this now moment to breathe harmony into the discord you and others may feel, simply by your awareness to breathe. When the ego wants to say things better left unsaid, you are the instrument that Source designed for this now moment to breathe strength and empowerment into situations where boundaries are being pushed, and a consciously breathed and set boundary is a better divine solution to others' shadowy projections and painful expressions. You are the conscious breather of these times. You are the conscious instrument here for these times. Not every situation that arises in these tidal waves of change will be healed, integrated, or transcended with the same approach or solution. Conscious breathing connects you with all of the infinite ways that can restore greater peace, harmony, health, wealth, and well-being involved in any situation, and it ushers positive solutions and expressions in. Without it, the ego is left to react to its archives of fear and trauma in the separation, experience and experiment, and it is left to pull out of its arsenal the most practiced or best known strategy to keep the pain it is feeling, aka that you are feeling at bay, and to push that pain further away. The ego only has limited solutions with limits, because the ego cannot see. It only has enough memory, karmic memory, to want to avoid pain, to manage fear, and to find pleasure when it can. Once the first two goals are met, its soul vision, that knows how to navigate the increasing spiritual requirements of these times, soul vision and higher consciousness lives in your sacred heart centers, and that vision and that empowered sovereignty requires conscious breathing. These may seem like circular conversations, but we would say we believe them to be multidimensional conversations and spiritually spiral conversations. You are rising with every awareness and moving into more vertical and multilayered consciousness. Once more, as opposed to the trapped and enslaved linear consciousness of the left-brained, locked and loaded ego mind. Serpent chess requires ego-led living to make the merry-go-round of the 3D separation, experience and experiment work. God chess empowers heart-led living and big picture vision through clear soul sight, to lead each and every participant in creation's liberation and creation's sovereignty to their highest light, freedom, joy, and abundance. You are the 0-point portal, dear ones, that will be making the soulful choices to set yourself free in the tidal waves of change at hand. The serpent will be forced to show its hand in the mass manipulations of this planet throughout known history. Source will keep shining the light of truth and the invitation to divine liberation for all time. It is you who must choose whether or not you wish to experience the squeeze of continuing to be a serpent pawn on the serpent's game board, or the freedom of self-sovereignty, divine freedom, and harmonic awareness and wealth of every kind by aligning your breathing with the living God. Breath or living prana of source as much as you can throughout your day. The serpent and source are represented in the two wolves story. But where is your power? In the portal in between, breathing with source light, knowing with source light, and choosing in accordance with source light your rightful place in the 0 point portal that leads to the risen new earth. You are that conscious breather who is summoned to align, to enter this new divine kingdom and this new realm of higher 5D consciousness. Yourself. You are here now, listening to this transmission, to feel this call to breathe balance in your own duality. You are here now listening to this transmission, to affirm your own inner calling to breathe empowerment. In your choice to be sovereign, to live sovereign, and to choose sovereign ways of living, breathing, expressing, and being you. No matter what anyone else does or says about your choices, 0 point energy is for you. Its vibrations are unique to you. Your life force and your conscious breath is unique to you. Your choices are unique to you. In May and June 2022, witness the 0 point portal. Continue to call you to enter the unified field of oneness again and again, through your own challenges and experiences in this world of intense duality, summoning you to breathe past the polarities, to breathe past the serpentine messages in those circumstances, for you to breathe with source standing for you, in the duality of those intense moments shaking what is not of God from your very being, and to breathe enough conscious breath in, with faith and fortitude, to vibrationally enter and rise your own way through the duality pillars into receptive grace. Admission is by vibration. May and June 2022 will teach all of humanity more about this epic spiritual battle and powerful chess game playing out multidimensionally within and all around you. More revelations are incoming. You are the sacred breath, divine union, instrument of change, and transcender of lower timelines you have been seeking all this time. See the two wolves. Know they are there ultimately to guide you on your sacred path, where you know yourself as an empowered creator choosing your receptive grace in each moment, and choosing your place in the unified field of oneness, restoring all of your divinity codes, and living light in that powerful choice to liberate you. Admission is by vibration will be a mantra that rings in your ears when times are hard and when times feel easier and renewal and rebirth seem ever nearer. It is you who will ultimately choose your path through the duality games that are intensifying and into the harmonic light of the new living earth, through the 0 point of empowered choice and enthusiastic alignment with the divine soul presence you have always, always, always carried within. Breathe deeply this month. Breathe consciously this month. And breathe wisely this month. Dear one, integration is the task at hand. Having this language is the bridge. And harmonic wealth, health, well-being, and joy of every kind is your destination. You came for these times. Let's keep rising. You are loved, dear ones.
Of ease, of rest. May they feel absolutely at peace and able to sleep, knowing that you will keep them in that perfect peace. God, we ask that you would be God, that you would bring your kingdom to earth, that you would bring your peace to this listener's heart, to this room, to this house, to this city,
Yeah,
to
you
this
guys
country,
cut it. I don't know if anybody was on earlier.
to this earth.
I had to leave and
Be
go
God
get
over it all,
because I was
and help
bugged
your
and
child to
it
be
made me
still
so angry.
and trust.
Not really, but
Take away any
Now I have
troubles
good
still
brushes.
plaguing this listener's
Good brushes.
mind or heart, and replace them with your Holy Spirit, with joy, love, peace, patience, kindness, and self-control. Now may our Lord Jesus Christ himself and God our Father, who loved us and by his grace gave us eternal comfort and a wonderful hope, comfort you and strengthen you in every good thing you do and say. Jesus, you have loved us with an everlasting love and given us a hope that will never fade away. You comfort and strengthen us. We are so thankful for your gift of salvation. Thank you for taking on flesh and becoming like us. Thank you for being a Savior who has suffered and been tempted. Thank you for living a perfect and holy life, and for humbling yourself and accepting death on the cross so that we could be reconciled to God. Thank you for bringing us into God's family and loving us with a love that will never end. You are worthy to be praised. You are worthy, our Lord and God, to receive glory and honor and power. For you created all things, and by your will they were created and have their being. We join with all creation and with the angels and archangels in singing your praises. God, help this child now to trust wholly in you, to entrust their heart to you, their feelings, all of them, good or bad, to entrust their mind to you, their thoughts, all of them, good or bad, to entrust their bodies to you, every part, whether strong or weak. Help them to entrust their soul to you tonight, knowing that you are good and that you are loved, that you are the trustworthy one. Hear our prayers, Lord, and send your Spirit to comfort and to guide. May your grace flood this child's heart, washing away any sins
What's
and
going on?
troubles that still
Future.
remain.
Okay. Oh, what's
Greetings, dear
going
one.
on? I think... No, I don't really
I'm
want
just
to
crying
close
about that,
that.
sir.
I just want to pause it. There we go. Oh my. Multitasking is not my, perfect thing to do. I'm not very good with my, I mean, like, it depends on what it is. Because I can, like, work on an impression and sometimes it's going on it, like, trying to multitask crazy. Like, I just learned how to have it in this one, not doing it at multitasking. What it What?
Hello, Starseeds.
Who is it? Oh, you scared the shit out of me. You know, I was really knocking the door, bruh. Well, I mean, I don't have work for that. You can't tell me what you do. Ouch. Well, just we're streaming it, so stay behind the green screen.
Rum.
But for sure here.
Rum.
Rummy,
Get in here now.
bro.
Oh, he is going out there for shit.
No, tell him to get his ass in here. Rummy, little fucker. Get in here and get on the bed. Get up there and lay down. Go. Go lay down. Go. I'll just take the, huh? He doesn't like me on. I swear that's the only, I mean, because he goes in the exact same spot and like just like, he'll do it right in front of her. He does not do that. Like, there's one. There's a shake in the wind. But it's good. It tastes fucking amazing for like the shake. Yeah, I just got this club nut. That's fucking. We'll figure it out. Do you need papers?
No, I have a phone, but I'm smoking my bowl.
All right. Why you got his card? Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know what he said. Fuck yeah. Just give me like a, I don't want any sort of a, no, give me like a, orange drink and lemonade, like, mix, like Fanta orange and lemonade. And do my ice about the same, like just a tiny bit on the Coke side. Just get a small, oh, yeah. Then just give me Fanta. Thank you. Oh my god. Dude, I'm so happy my brush doesn't work. Fucking excited. Yeah, thinking. Busy, that was weird. Jack Rush. Yeah. I'm gonna do a roll. Oh my god. I said I could take it off of you, but what I do that? Motherfucker. We'll just use a smaller, or whatever this is. Like it. Alright, now I gotta finish it. Alright. I made them white. Let's see what this is. Okay. Sorry. Totally collecting. Sometimes there's some fucking errors there. Thank God I've spent a lot of time on it. I mean, it's so bad.
Parc Jacques Cartier, Parc National Jacques Cartier.
Just the fucking sound is so
Mais on se réchauffe.
It would be mind blowing. Mind blowing. Okay. Yes, that one. Oh, we'll do this. Put that on, and put it on the fridge. Thank you, honey. Oh, killing it. Okay. Oh God, dude. See you later. Whoa. Whoa, record it. Okay, I'll go with it. Oh God. Dear God in heaven.
You don't see it now, you don't see it now. You don't see it now, you don't see it now.
Oh yeah. Fucking what? My mother used to swallow her tongue when she was having messes. I always wish so bad that she could just do it. Yeah, I feel like anybody.
You don't see it now, you don't see it now. You don't see it now, you don't see it now. You don't see it now, you don't see it now. You don't see it now, you don't see it now.
Fucking crazy.
Cause it looks like
Okay. I'm excited. I tried yesterday. Not too long. It's not very good, but it's try. Just having fun and working. I like that one. I really like that one. It's like, yeah, I do need girl. I think like at paydays with them. But I like stage stuff like this, especially if there's some areas where Dollar hollers, man. Where I love seeing sad the same. I love it. It's a lot. His were like micro stripes.
tiptoe on the ledge, get back on the edge, listen to the head. I'm a dying legend. I'm a dying legend. I'm a dying legendary. I'll be legendary, necessary. So my death was scary. Ancestors dead already. Death hereditary. Won't stop unless I'm buried. I ain't never ready. They still like some bitch, well I say fuck it, I'll seduce her, ayy. Rock Versace shades in case I run into Medusa, ayy. Make some face with death, but she was blinded by my jeweler. They said God don't like her ugly, well I'm lucky, cute. I walk back to space now, they fuck the world out the face down. They kissing ass in the funerals, I keep them just like a urinal. They find a corner, but trust them, don't even fuck with his cousin. I stay awake cause I'm wondering, one way they love it to nothing. Nah, fuck that tether Rick, but I ain't ready. I'm gonna fight it, being scary. I'm a beast and in the belly. All eyes on me, shutting rarely. I got 2 packs coming, grip against the world. And if he get me, I'll be back like Machiavelli. Woo! I can see my death from here. The more I look, the less is true. And it's new. Avenge flows. Fuck the tears, it's a legend. I can see my death from here. The more I look, the less it's due. And it's new. Avenge flows. Fuck the tears, it's a legend. Legendary, I'll be legendary. Necessary, so my death is scary. Ancestors dead already. Death hereditary, won't stop unless I'm buried. I ain't never ready. Legendary, I'll be legendary. Necessary, so my death is scary. Ancestors dead already. Death hereditary, won't stop unless I'm buried. I ain't never ready. I'm a dying legend, tiptoe on the ledge, live like on the edge, listen to the head, yeah. I'm a dying legend, I'm a dying legend, I'm a dying legend. I can see my death from here. The more I look, the less it's clear. And it's new. I say the things before the tears is letting go. I can see my destiny. The more I look, the less it's clear. The end is clear. I feel the fear before the tears is letting go. Like only here for a moment, making it work in the morning, taking my time with this moment, getting tired of this kiss ceremony. Then I claim this bitch.
Little smile, I serve deep behind my eyes. Give away my clothes. I was with best friend, my and smile. Woke up hungry, I need to feed my ego pride, so I don't lie. Awake at night, why days go by with captured thoughts across the line.
And now I'll rise above you. Run around, gun it down, we blow it up in the air. Bomb bombs right there. On top of all these stairs. Y'all down below, y'all standing low. Keep looking up and just stare this I'm a beast. You rap in a leash. She doing hit my teeth. Can't fathom I'm a beast. Oh my god, I'm a beast. When you rap in a leash. She doing hit my teeth. Can't fathom I'm a beast. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a beast.
Je cours à fond devant lui, je me sens si proche pourtant. C'est à croire qu'il me fuit toutes ces années que je l'attends. C'est long, mais c'est temps. C'est bon, c'est lourd maintenant. C'est temps. Ouais, je sens, c'est court maintenant. C'est temps. Ouais, je sens, c'est court maintenant.
Oh, yeah, I got that run. Oh, yeah, I got that run. Stop your fucking strong. Yeah, strong. I'm a girl, I'll be singing proud. Yeah, bro. And there's a body, say, blood. They like only at the beginning. But they say we gotta get that run. Make it say it, yeah, for fun. But they say it, and the We put in work. Come on. Yeah. Ain't killing this energy. Spilling from the spirit of lyrics being differently. Like 100 riders around we get the victory. Dreams and memories. What you know about making mud in the solid gold? On the page, rubber and it's still did it by the code. 10 toes standing in the fire, and we never fold. I'ma come alive with its own. Now watch me work.
I'm the shit you should know is my toilet seat. I demand a king's ransom for royalties.
Not bad.
Mansion I'm loyal to. Address me your majesty. $4 million
dynasty. The old woman's dynasty. I am your highness, please. Oppressing the next. It's classic, they go hard, but the black is the Mozart. For the souls of our old lives, gather round, we can all watch the throne fall. The new king has ascended in the culture. Crown me next, oh Lord, next, oh Lord, oh Lord. It's the classics, classical go on. Urban black is the Mozart.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Renaissance Live. This isn't your typical classical concert. Please stand up and get ready to feel the music penetrate you. For the next 60 minutes, you will be asked to dance, jump, and pray for our Lord and Master. Now please be quiet and enjoy the show.
Since I was young, to say myself, I'm coming on. The thoughts are on, turn it on.
Yo, this is straight from Ukraine. Are you guys fucking ready? the car race. Everything with a butter like parquet. Rap niggas also so strong, Jay. I'm a little bit of fun for the Kanye. You a little bit of pops to Beyonce. Beat killing me, get sauteed. Little bit one runner with a hard face. Let that pop in your tongue, make your heart race. And I hope you take it on the wrong way. Do you stuff it up, come to the park place? It's red light, put your ass in a dark place.
Rampage, are you guys ready for some classical music? Alright, it's time to bring it out. Are you guys ready? Alright, Rampage, let me see both of your hands up here right now. Rampage, you guys ready to jump?
Have you ever been? Have you ever been? Have you ever been so high? 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 You should take yourself straight.
Bitch, I'm on a rampage, mask on my damn face.
It worked.
Down if you're scared. You ain't calm, but I care. You can run around, get your gun it down, we blow it up in this air. Bomb bombs right there. On top of all these stairs. Y'all down below, y'all sounding low. Keep looking up and just stare this thing on. Where you at? In a lead. What you doing? Hit my teeth. I can't fathom I'm a beast. Oh my God, I'm a beast. Where you at? In a lead. What you up, bitch? Are you ready? I can't fathom I'm a beast. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm a beast.
Cigarette breaking.
cours à fond devant lui, je me sens si proche pourtant. C'est à croire qu'il me fuit toutes ces années que je l'attends. C'est lent, c'est temps. C'est bon, c'est lourd maintenant. C'est temps. Je sens que c'est pour maintenant. C'est temps. Je sens que c'est pour maintenant.
Rampage, are you ready?
Moi j'ai déjà pensé, dire que plein d'autres y ont déjà pensé, mais malgré tout, je me sens tout seul. J'ai parfois eu une pensée suicidaire, j'en suis peu fier. Parfois, c'est la seule manière de les faire.
John Bass, put your hands up!
C'est qu'il faut vivre un enfer. J'ai parfois eu une pensée suicidaire, j'en suis peu fier. Parfois, c'est la seule manière de les faire. Since we fell through, I dream of you. Deep, I hold on to. I can't let loose. Wanna hear me cry? It's refreshing, hurts, trying to forget
Holy fuck, Rumpins, you guys are fucking crazy. Thank you so much. For real, it's an immense pleasure to be here in Belgium right now, in my motherland, and to play for you guys. But I'm not done yet. Are you guys ready for some more violence? I said, are you guys ready for some violence? Alright, I want to see a pit opening right there. Can you guys open the pit? Blow on my fingers, open the pit, open the pit. You guys can do a lot better than that. Right there, good, good. You can open it more, more, more. Oh, it's getting good. Good, guys, open it up a little more, a little more. Oh shit, you guys have 2 bits. Okay, join the bits now, join the bits. Join them together. You guys ready? Rampage, are you guys ready? Don't close the bit, only on my signal. Wait, on your signal. Rampage, you ready? I said open the bit, only close it on my signal. We put in work. Yeah, ain't killing this energy. Live from the spirit, the lyrics being differently. 100 riders on we get the victory. Dreams and memories. What you know about mud in the solid gold? The pace rumbling is still tinted by the cold. 10 toes standing in the fire, and we never fold. I'ma come alive when it's sold. What's this one? making my heart beat home, taking my time in the song, getting tired of this disappointment. Yo, Rampage, are you alive? Then I flame this bitch.
I'm the shit you should own as my toilet seat. I demand a king's ransom for royalty. I deserve a mansion of royalty. Address me, your majesty. To form a new dynasty. The old one was dynasty. I am your highness, please. Address me, your majesty.
What bitch, how you feeling? One last time, put your motherfucking hands up in the air right now!
It's classic, the gold hard. Urban blacks with black is the Mozart.
Well, please, once again, thank you guys so much. It was an honor to play here in Antwerp. Can we have the lights on and can we take a picture with everyone, please? I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 3, everyone, put your motherfucking hands up! Thank you guys so much and big up to everyone listening to us right there. Enjoy the rest of the night!
Fell to pieces. We weather the storm. We stood together as one. Music brings us together once again. We rise as one. Please welcome Marvel.
There we go. Everybody hear me on that one? The mic is kind of shitty. This camera.
I want you to know that the past is in the past. Oh, I let it go. Now the love is all I have. If you ever
That was really weird. Super chewy.
we can always say hello. We can always say hello.
I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing on a couple of these streams. I'm also streaming on other. Let me get a second camera for you guys. It should just be better. So hard. It's like trying to lick your elbow. On here, yes. I stream on, right now I'm streaming Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, but they have like different key ranges. After a while, I was going to stop streaming my other platforms, and it's like So Yeah, I feel like I am going to stop streaming shit on the other platforms and give you guys all of the streaming will try and you guys can't sell my art. I just didn't know what's going on over there. Totally hook you guys up with more cans. And all on my other platforms.